There is so much content nowadays about red flags. Watch out for this red flag, watch out for that red flag, watch out if she does this. This is a warning sign.
Red flag number 7 is when she has guy friends.
These are 3 simple things I'm attentive to in the talking stage. If she's doing these 3 things, bro, she's cut off. She's either crazy or she's gonna be a problem. But let's get it.
This is one of the biggest red flags in women. I can guarantee you that if she is doing this one thing, she's going to waste your time. And it's when she half commits to things.
All right, here are the most underrated, sneaky red flags in girls. I feel bad even saying these, but you gotta watch out for them.
And look, I've even put out content before and will in the future about red flags, things to watch out in a relationship, toxic cycles or attitudes or behaviors that could be something to keep in mind. But in conversations with more and more guys, and even reflecting on myself, I have to come to terms with this reality that often it's not about the red flags. Like for most guys, the problem isn't that they don't recognize the red flags before it's too late. It's not that they don't see the toxic behavior. It's not that they don't see the questionable responses or the questionable choices or behaviors. It's not that they don't see that stuff. Sure, sometimes we don't see it. And that's where some of those videos and pieces of content about red flags can be helpful. But I think honestly, more often than not, the problem is not that we don't see the red flag, it's that we see it, but we don't want to do anything about it. We choose to ignore them, to put on rose-colored glasses, to gloss over them. Just stay with me here. Look into your own heart right now and recognize that maybe this is true about you too. You see red flags in your relationship, or you see red flags you've seen red flags in past relationships. But what have you done? Maybe you've made excuses for them. You've tried to change them. You've glossed over them. You put on rose-colored glasses thinking that maybe it's not as bad as everyone is telling me it is. Maybe if you've been in relationship after relationship that's gone sideways and you found yourself in a cycle where you keep glossing over these things. Why do you do this? Why do we do this? Why do we ignore these obvious, especially to other people, these red flags in our potential partners or partners? Now, honestly, I think there can be a bunch of reasons. I think about loneliness. I think about desperation. I don't want to lose this girl because maybe another girl won't like me like she likes me, or won't love me like she loves me, or maybe I'll end up alone. Maybe it's been a hot minute since you've been a single man, and the idea of being single again kind of scares you. Maybe it makes you feel like you'll be behind other people. Maybe it's because she's really pretty, like she's drop dead gorgeous, and you think, well, I can put up with this because she's so beautiful. And I could tell you right now, right to your face, that that's not a good excuse, and yet that doesn't really matter. And it's because we don't want to let go. It's kind of like this. You've been dropped in a desert and you can't see anything for as far as the eye can see. There's no oasis. There's no well. It's just like far as the eye can see, sand and dust, and you are thirsty. You look in your hand and you're holding this cup and it's filled with sandy, dirty water. And you're taking some sips and it's quenching your thirst in very minute ways, like just enough to keep you alive. But then far in front of you, it looks like what's ahead is this beautiful tropical oasis. Crisp, clean, clear water running and flowing. But then you come upon a fence that's around this tropical paradise. There's a man standing there and he says, you must not bring anything in here. You have to let go of your dirty water in order to enter. And you're thinking to yourself, well, there's no promise that once I drop this water, that this guy is going to let me in. Maybe he's just playing with me. Maybe this is all a facade. I don't really trust that there is crisp, clean, clear water on the other side. Maybe I just rather hang on to this, what I know. And that analogy might sound a little bit ridiculous because you're like, of course you drop the dirty water because right in front of you is this beautiful, life-giving substance. But honestly, I think that's what we're doing with some of our relationships. We're holding so tightly onto these relationships that we know aren't good for us, that are actually toxic, and they're walking red flags. But why do we hang on? Because we don't trust that there will be something better for us on the other side. And let me be clear here. I'm not saying that just because you let go of this relationship that God's going to give you so much of a better relationship right around the corner and it's going to be awesome and amazing. You'll get everything that you want. maybe the better water that God is offering you here is himself, is to let go of this sorry substitute for connection and love that you've been trying to fill your heart with, and to receive his love, to receive his connection, to develop your relationship with him, and finally surrender to him. I can't promise you what other relationship is going to be on the other side, but I do know that holding on to a relationship with someone that you know is actually, okay, they're not right. They might be pretty or they might be beautiful, but if I hang on to this because I'm desperate or because I'm scared of being alone, these are not good reasons to maintain and pursue this relationship any further. And you know what? You're kind of using them too. Like in your heart, you know that you're settling. You believe that you're settling, and yet you're using them to fill this part of you. Think about if they were to approach your relationship in a similar way. They think, well, I'm definitely settling to be with him, but at least he fills these parts of me. You'd be heartbroken. You're like, this person doesn't really value me for who I am. They're just trying to use me. You got to stop lying to yourself and trying to change her into someone that you can be with or somebody that you feel like you can love. Maybe you've taken on the passive role in the relationship and she's just leading the show now, and you're scared of standing up and being a man because you know she wouldn't want that. Friend, God does not want you to live in this life as a passive man. He wants you to live up to the calling that he has for you, that you would be intentional, courageous, to lead and love like Jesus. If she's not in for that, then maybe it's time to let go. Maybe there's a case where you have been passive and you need to apologize. You need to say, hey, I haven't been holding up my end of the deal here and you've had to carry the weight. I'm sorry. Maybe you're watching this right now and you know, okay, Isaac, I gotta let go of this girl. And it sucks. It does suck. Like there's no way around that. It can be lonely. It can be frustrating. It can feel like you're falling behind. But trust me, it'll be better in the long run. When we built our life around the affection, approval, acceptance of a woman, then breaking up with her or being rejected by her feels like the world is crashing down because we've built our world around her. Let this be a time to rebuild, to build your foundation on something else. Not a girl's affection, attention, or approval, but God's approval and love for you that is only extended to you by his grace, where he welcomes you as his son. Your future wife is going to thank you for not settling, for locking in, and for building on a better foundation. Remember your mission to glorify God, to proclaim his name, to work excellently and heartily for the Lord and not for man. Guys, when we talk about leading and loving like Jesus, we look at Jesus and we see his unwavering commitment to his mission and to the people around him. May this be the journey that you're looking to go on to. Guys, if you want to go deeper in community with us and our brotherhood here, join the Kindred Brothers Club. I just jumped off a call with the fellas. It would be a blessing to have you on there too, and it would support the ministry tremendously. I'm praying for you guys. I'm walking with you, and I'm cheering you on.